everyone, welcome to day 3 of my 30-day tidying challenge, a challenge that I created based on Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. All of the usual links as well as my update will be in the description box down below. That's where you'll be able to find the calendar that I put together for this challenge so you can follow along in this journey. As you know, I did do this challenge 2 years ago and I'm popping on with some quick updates. Today's update will be at the beginning of this video, so I'm going to give that to you right now. There are 3 main updates that I want to talk about. The first one being that everything you're about to see, all of the footage that I filmed from 2 years ago, is pretty much still what I am doing to this day. I'm pretty much storing all of my bags in one spot in the condo, with the exception that my most frequently used bags I put by the door. We have a couple of hooks by the door and it's just easier to keep everything there because I'm very often going out for just a quick walk or groceries. I was trying to use my bag charms a bit more after doing the initial tidying challenge, but with COVID, I haven't really been reaching for my bag charms or actually my handbags very much. But hopefully when we come out of the pandemic, I will go ahead and reach for some of these things a bit more. The last thing I want to mention is that I did declutter some handbags when I went through this process 2 years ago, and I haven't missed any of them. I actually can't even think of the ones that I decluttered, so that is a good thing. I don't show them in this video. I wasn't really wanting to focus a lot on the things I let go of, although you'll see in future videos that I will show some clips here and there because people were asking for them in the comment section, but my intention was to not show the things that I decluttered, and I'm actually really glad I did that because if I can't think of what I let go of, then that means I don't really miss it. And if I were to look back on a clip and think, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, that's just not wonderful for the mindset. That is all for the introduction to day 3 of the 30-day tidying challenge. Now let's jump in to the footage I recorded 2 years ago. If you've downloaded a copy of the calendar, you'll know that for day 3, we are going to be tackling bags, small leather goods, and bag charms. Handbags is definitely my Achilles heel. I have a very hard time letting them go. It's gotten better in recent years, but still I feel some sense of attachment towards the ones that I have. So I'm really going to try to hone in on, does this spark joy? And hopefully my intuition will guide me rather than relying on those fears of what if I need it one day? What if I'll use it one day? All those things we tell ourselves to avoid letting go. The other interesting part of this handbag category is that I store my handbags everywhere in the condo. Not everywhere. In 3 main places. Maybe 4. This includes my small leather goods, but it doesn't include my bag charms. So my bag charms are in another location. So really I have 5, I guess, locations where I store this type of item. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a new home today for all of my different handbags, but that's definitely going to be in the back of my mind as we continue along through this challenge. I'm going to be trying to store like items together the way Marie Kondo advocates. Let's go ahead and gather all of the items in today's subset of categories from all of the different places in my condo, and then I'm going to figure out how to go about tidying them. I've gone ahead and removed all of my bags from the multiple places. Thinking back to all of the different areas, I think there are 6 different locations within our tiny condo where I store my handbags. I hang up the backpack and the tote bag I wear all the time right by the front door, but the reason the other things are stored in different places is more due to a space issue, or rather a lack of space issue. Every single designer bag that is left in my collection sparks joy. The high street ones, I could probably let a few of those go. Marie Kondo doesn't spend a whole lot of time on handbags in her books, but I know from experience on the Purse Forum, among friends, and also here on YouTube, that a lot of us are very much into handbags, so I'm going to try to think through this category. Marie Kondo advocates storing your bags using the bag-in-bag method, and I'm definitely going to see if I can do that where possible. Hopefully I will think of some things as I'm tidying, and then I will come back on here to let you guys know how I went about it and if I have any tips to share. Guys, I am over the moon right now because I did it. I've consolidated all my bags from 6 locations down to 3, but technically it's really only 1 location. The 3 bags that I use most often on a day-to-day basis are going to stay by the door. Bag charms are also going to stay in their current location, but this may be temporary. As I was tidying my bag charms, I was really struck by how much these items spark joy. A lot of them have little travel memories for me, and I really wanted to do them justice by putting them in a beautiful box and having them separated and each with its own little spot. Finding that as I'm going through the process, I'm getting ideas for storage. I was able to move some clothing items, which freed up some room for handbags. I have empty shelves in other areas of the condo now, and I am just thrilled. Part of the reason I didn't want to show before and after photos throughout the tidying process and save them for the end is because I suspected I would adjust as I go along, and indeed I have. I'm still going to be thinking of ways to store like items together the way Marie Kondo suggests. I was able to declutter a lot of handbags that I've been on the fence about. I know it will be good for me to get these handbags out of the condo because every time I see them, I feel iffy about them, and they are definitely not pieces that spark joy. In fact, they bring up a lot of guilt because I haven't worn them in so long, and I just see them kind of lying there and crushed because I've stored other bags on top of them. Sometimes I even pull one out to wear it just out of guilt more than anything else. These handbags are going to be leaving the condo, and I know I'm gonna feel so much lighter, and now I can actually use the handbags that spark joy all the time and not reach for an old bag just out of guilt or feeling like I should use it. I have to say the bag and bag storage method helped a ton. Previously, I was only storing one bag inside another bag. Everything else was kind of just laid out, and I had each one in separate dust bags. I had multiple bags stuffed with paper. Because I was able to see all of my bags at once, I was able to group them together and think of combining them in ways that I hadn't thought of before. So I'm much more effectively using the bag and bag method now, which has helped tremendously for me to consolidate all of my bags into one location in the condo. I was able to store all of my handbags vertically, and all of the bags that I love are super accessible. I am so happy with what I've accomplished today. I actually didn't think I would accomplish much. I didn't think I would change much in today's tidying, and come to think of it, in yesterday's tidying too. These 2 days have really shown me the potential for this method. I can't believe we're only on day 3, and I've noticed a huge difference in my space already. Maybe more so my mind space than the actual physical space itself, but it feels amazing. That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please let me know down below if you're partaking in this challenge and how you're doing with the tidying method. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Let me just grab the calendar. Tomorrow's gonna be scarves, belts, hats, and hair accessories. It should be an interesting one, so I will see you tomorrow on day 4. Until then, please take care, and bye for now.